They said the truth was buried deep in files they tried to burn. David's on the mic now, it's the people's turn. From shadow men in black to creatures in the mist, he's cracking open secrets that the government dismissed. Spooky lights above us, he's tracking every blink. Aliens, cryptids, yeah, he's making you think. With a journal full of clues and a wild-eyed hunch, he's talking ghost towns, lost time, Bigfoot's lunch. Old Dayvid don't know, but he's looking for the code on a long dark road where the weird ones go. Mics stay hot when the stories unfold, digging through the static for the truth untold. From pyramids on Mars to sounds in the night, he's chasing after whispers just beyond the light. Tinfoil hat, nah, it's a crown for the bold. Turn the dial up, these tales don't grow old.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. This is David from Down the Rabbit Hole, and you're listening to Dayvid Don't Know. Want to definitely ask you wonderful people out there for a, nice 5-star rating, a nice comment, a hello, how you doing, anything like that. Go ahead and if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe. Click the subscribe button. It's free. And today I have a very special guest. Not that way. He's just a special person. His name's Liam Holmes, and he is the host of the Spooky Shed podcast. And I'm going to bring him out now. So let's welcome Liam Holmes. What's up, big dog? Yeah. Yes. Good to have you here. Good to be here. Oh, man. This is a long time in the making, isn't it?
Definitely, because I mean, I was thinking about this the other day when we set this up, because me and you sort of go way back in the podcast journey. Like, I mean, yep. You're one of very few people that have spoken and seen Billy. You're one of very few people that know that he's a real person.
He's alive still? All right.
Well, he might be. I don't know. I still haven't heard from him for I don't know how long. So he could be dead. He could be. I don't know. Could be anywhere. Could be on Mars.
Yeah, Billy and Liam were part of Let's Talk podcast, right?
Let's Talk About. It was originally.
Let's Talk About. And we've actually been on your show. You've been on One Nothing. And then recently I did a Spooky Shed. What was it, months and months ago now?
Yeah, it was like November time, maybe? September,
Something
November
like
time.
Yeah, last year. And now yeah, for sure, dude. We met up a long time ago. And then I was looking for you. I remember looking for you and I couldn't find it anymore. It was like, oh, they stopped recording. Wow, that sucks. And then I saw this Spooky Shed and I was like, oh, wait a minute. I recognize that gentleman. Yes, chef. It's Liam. And so I was like, okay, cool, man. And then I didn't see Billy there. And so do you remember what Billy said on One Nothing? Do you remember?
About him setting fires?
Yes, dude. Yes. I'm never going to forget him for that. I can't forget the man for what he said. He's just insane that he said that. And his dad's like a fire chief or some shit.
Yeah, well, that was the funny thing. That was what made it even funnier for me. Was so. I think the question was like dangerous hobbies that we had as kids or something. And Billy said that he used to set huge fires and stuff on the beach, and as I said, because I knew nothing about that, so just to clear myself straight away, I jumped in and said that's not a hobby, that's fucking art. And Billy's never really seen much of his dad since he was a little kid. So like he made the joke that he used to do it hoping that his dad would turn up.
Oh jeez! Oh my god!
Just to make it a little bit darker and a bit more depressing.
It was both of those things, and I was like, dude, you should be in jail, bro. I was freaked out by that shit, man. All right, man. Usually in the beginning, I tell a spooky story. This has been getting a lot of good traction. A lot of people like this. It's one of my favorite things to do. Early on, I would record it before, but I want to do it while you're here so we can get your reaction to this. I've been out for a week as far as doing rideshare because it's spring break down here, and so I haven't gotten any new stories, so I'm gonna have to tell one that's from my family. And this
Fair
one
enough.
is a possession story, man. Okay, so just to give you some context, this is a cousin of mine. I'm not going to say her name. I might actually say her name later by accident, but I'm going to try not to. But anyway, I remember she's older than me. I don't know how many years older than me, maybe 6 or 7 or something like this, maybe less. I don't remember. But I remember being a kid, like 5 or 6 years old, and she would babysit me.
Right.
And I really liked her, dude, because she was the sweetest person. Like, she spent time, just spent time with me. We played dumb little games, and it was just, I loved her. I thought she was the best person ever. And she was very sweet. She, the older she got, she got into 16, 17, and beautiful girl. She was being chased by, they had to like chase men from her house. It was that bad. She was very, very good looking. She looks like Eva Mendes. I'll give you, just to give you an idea.
All right.
A better looking Eva Mendes. I'm sorry, Eva, but it's true. So what we'll cut, it's around 16, 17 years old. She's living with my grandparents. Her parents live in Michigan, and she was here in Texas. She stayed with my grandparents, who are very religious, right? She's also very religious. Just to give you more context, this person does not cuss. She's a very religious girl. She doesn't cuss. She doesn't do drugs. She didn't smoke. She was just a perfect individual. And if you knew my grandparents, they were not. See, my grandfather's great, but my grandmother was not the kindest person. So she was rough. She was rough, dog. And if you didn't behave yourself, you got an earful. Okay, she couldn't really do much else, but you did not want to hear her go off. Very, very, very cruel person. I loved her, but she was rough. So she loved my cousin, man. They were getting along well, right? And the way these houses were made, I guess it's kind of like a shotgun house. The front of the house was a living room and the kitchen. The middle was a bedroom. You had to walk through to go into the other bedroom, which is the very back, and there was the bathroom in there. And so she was staying in the back bedroom. One night, she said she saw what looked like a puff of smoke appear over her bed as she was on the phone talking to her boyfriend. And she said in the puff of, it was like white smoke that appeared in front of her. And in the white smoke, she saw a face. And the face started to come towards her, and that's all she remembers. She doesn't remember anything after that.
Yeah,
but it's a terrible thing, right? But what happened was my grandparents were alerted to noises in that bedroom, so they go over there, and she's not acting herself. She's acting completely different. And they're like trying to say, "Are you okay? What's wrong with you?" And she's starting to like cuss and writhe and scream. And let's just say they knew something was very wrong, because this is not her at all. Completely different person. The voice sounded deeper. And the thing she was saying to my grandmother freaked my grandmother out. My grandmother doesn't get scared. She's like as tough as nails, man. But this was a possession. They were very, very, very clear that this was a possession. So they were involved with a prayer group, and they called these people over here to the house. There were maybe 7 people that came, and they were praying over her, and she's like on the bed just going nuts, screaming obscenities. It was not to be believed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we're talking, this is like the 80s, so we're talking before cell phones or anything like that. And she's like losing it. So my dad, my grandparents, they live in Robstown, Texas. We lived in Corpus Christi, Texas, which is like a 15-minute drive away, 15, 20, something like that. So they call my dad because they don't know what to do, and it's not working. Whatever they're trying to do is not working. And so my dad is not a believer in the paranormal. He doesn't believe in UFOs. He doesn't believe in ghosts. He doesn't believe none of that stuff, right? So he drives out there, and it's pretty late at night. He drives out there, and he says what he saw my cousin do, he had never seen. It's like the craziest stuff he'd ever seen. Levitating off the bed. Like he couldn't believe what he was seeing. Like he was like, I actually saw her rise up, and I thought, how is she doing that on her legs? But she wasn't. She was completely off the bed, screaming. It was just a completely different person. They said after hours and hours and hours of praying, whatever had possessed her finally left, is what they said. Finally, it was gone, and she was awake. She was herself. She was very confused as to what was going on, and they were explaining to her what happened, and she was just crying hysterically because she did not remember any of it. She says, the last thing I saw was a white puff of smoke in a face. That was it. So my grandparents didn't want her in the house, bro. They wanted her out.
I mean, I kind of don't blame them.
They were that terrified. Okay, my grandparents were. She cannot stay here, basically.
Yeah.
So they told my dad to take her. So he did. And I'm just going to end the story. Nothing else happened. He brought her home, and in my bedroom, it's a queen size bed, right? I'm in bed there. I'm young. I don't know, 10 or 11. I don't remember how old I was at this point. But he brings her and he puts her in my bed, bro. I was like, what? The next morning I woke up and she's there, and I'm like, what the hell? I didn't even know. I was like, what's going on? And then he proceeds to tell me what happened. And I'm like, you put her in my bed? Oh, what the hell did you do that for? Put her in the couch, dude. What? But apparently that was the end of it. And I really wish you guys could know this person. She was just such a pure soul. Such a, even today, she's a mother now, a wife and a mother. She has 2 beautiful daughters. One just like her, wonderful people. Like we're talking, I can't even tell you, man, just wonderful fucking people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's still the same. And I'm thinking about asking her to join me on the show, because I'd love to talk about that. But
Yeah,
I don't think she would want to do that, man. But we'll see.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice that it didn't change you though.
Yes,
I mean, that could fuck you up massively. And
yeah,
really
I mean,
an
experience like that. I don't know, but I would like to know, like, what changed. What did you know?
Yeah.
How did it affect you later in life?
It must still. Like something like that must. It's going to play on your mind forever, surely. Well, you'd imagine so. Anyway, I would. Anyway,
I've always wondered. I never got the chance to ask her, but knowing her all these years, and then she moved. Right, she moved to Miami. She moved to Michigan. She moved around. She now lives here, out the outskirts of San Antonio, and we're not like super close or anything like that, but we do definitely want every once in a while we like to hang out, get together. Her husband is a great guy. Let me switch this thing real quick. It's kind of weird. Okay. And I there's got to be more to this story, man. I got to get more to this story. Anyway, so Liam, I understand that you are now doing investigations. Is that right?
Yes.
Wow. And how many have you done so far?
3 so far.
Wow. Okay. So, and do you have all the equipment and stuff, or do you have a partner? How are you doing this?
So you know Michelle from Michelle Spooky Stories, don't you?
Yeah.
So I've sort of joined up with the group that she's part of, New Dawn Paranormal. So I've got a few little bits of equipment. I've got a couple of cameras. I've got some cat balls. Got an EVP recorder. That's about it. I haven't invested too much in the equipment yet, but I am going to at some point when I can afford to.
Yeah. Michelle, yeah, we were supposed to record around the same time you and I recorded, but something had come up and she canceled. She wasn't able to do it. That was me on her show. Is she doing her show now? I don't know if she's doing it still or not.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Now we're kind of working with Andy Decodes on Alienate UK. He's got her aboard now, so it's like a lot of co-hosts, man. I do Fridays and Sundays. I think Nicole Shivitoni is. I think she's doing Wednesdays, and Abby Dent is doing Mondays, and we all join on Friday with Tommy Cullum. But yeah, it's a real treat to work with those guys, and you've known them for a while, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was speaking to Andy there a couple of days ago. I recorded with him a couple of days ago, and I'm going to try and jump on a few of them, but my work schedule doesn't really allow for much.
You're a chef, right? Like, do you work for like a restaurant, a big restaurant, or like what kind of chef are you?
Yeah, well, I am for now. I'm trying to get out of it. To be honest, I hate it now. But yeah, well, it's a pub that I work in, so it's
Cool.
nothing fancy.
Is there any kind of activity in the pub?
There's been obviously glasses knocked off, cutlery moved, and funny enough, a guy that I work with, he always tells a story. It was before I worked there. If he forgot to turn the back lights off in the kitchen one night, went back in to turn up. He forgot to lock the back door. Sorry, so he'd gone out and turned the lights off. Went back in to lock the back door, didn't turn the lights on, and he's convinced he heard somebody say his name in his ear.
I've heard my name called a few times. Has that ever happened to you?
Yeah. Well. I told the story when I jumped on Alien 8 UK with you and Andy the other night. So because it's happened to me a couple of times. So it used to happen a lot when I lived at home when I was like a teenager. But it would only be when I was in the process of waking up on a morning. So I'd wake up and like what would wake me up was that I felt like I could hear my mum and dad shouting my name from downstairs. So then I'd get up, wander downstairs, half asleep, be like, "What do you want?" And they're like, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, "You should just shout at me." No, we never. Fine, I'm going back to bed.
So you heard them shout at your name, huh? That's
crazy. But then the weirdest one recently was with my wife, because like I was wide awake. It was like 6-7 o'clock at night. My wife was getting my son to sleep. Obviously, they were upstairs. I was downstairs cooking dinner. And then I heard my wife shout, "Liam." So I shouted, "What?" No answer. "What?" No answer. "What?" No answer again. So I'm like, "Oh, for God's sake." So I walk up the stairs to go and ask, what's the matter? I open my son's bedroom door. They're both fast asleep.
Oh, wow. What a trip, man.
That properly freaked me out because it was as clear as day, and it was as loud as if it was somebody shouting. It wasn't just in my ear. It was weird. Like, I don't know if this makes any sense. Like, it wasn't just like a voice in my ear. It was like as if it was all around. Like I could hear, like it was somebody shouting me from upstairs, and it was my wife's voice.
And they were both shouts. That's because whenever I hear someone call my name or whatever, it's a whisper.
Yeah,
right here, like they're right behind you. Someone's standing behind you, and they're like, "I've actually heard David," and it's like, "Oh shit, what the hell is?" What the hell is that? I don't even know what's going on, man. But it's happened more than a few times. It's very strange. It makes me think about like other dimensions. It makes me think that because the way they explain dimensions, it's like they're like on top of each other, and the higher dimensions we can't see it because but I guess they can see us. And to me, it's like maybe they can traverse down to our dimension, and maybe that's why we see ghosts. Maybe that's why we see a lot of weird stuff, orbs, and all this. But what do you call it? Voice phenomenon, EVP, that kind of stuff. Damn, dude, that it's creepy because it's the unknown, right? You don't know who's calling you. You can't see it. You can't quantify it. You can't say it's a real thing because just you experienced it, which is freaking bizarre to me.
Yeah, exactly. And like, it's always with stuff like that as well. It's always just like, oh, was it just in my head? Was I just imagining it?
Right. But I think if it's something that I think everyone probably has experienced, someone saying their name up to their ear. And there's no one around. I think just about everybody has experienced that. So if that's true, what the hell does that mean?
It's a very good point. But then, like you say, it could also be like how you said, it could be obviously other dimensions. Or I mean, me and Andy we recently spoke about frequencies, and obviously people being on the same frequency. Maybe something like that is when things overlap, possibly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. I'm purely guessing.
I mean, yeah, but we don't have the answer. That's
Exactly.
why I call this show Dayvid Don't Know, because I honestly don't have an answer to this. But there's a lot of people out there who seem to think that they have the answer, or seem to proclaim that they have the answer. And really, how can you prove it? It's unprovable, right? So it's like thing where you just, I always call it unexplained. If it's something that looks real, I can't say it's real. So I always call it unexplained, high strangeness, whatever, right?
Yeah. Well, it's like, because it's obviously when I started this, obviously I was highly skeptical. Like I say, it was Billy that was very much into the paranormal and stuff. And then, I mean, now I'm bloody obsessed with it now. So thanks for that, Billy. Yeah. But even now, like say the stuff that has happened to me, like I believe in stuff now. I still don't know what I believe in. That's my little catchphrase, that I believe in stuff, but I don't know what I believe in.
Yes.
But because I think for me, the only way I'll be fully convinced is if I was to see a full body apparition of somebody I know who isn't here anymore. So best example for me at the minute would be my granddad. If my granddad suddenly appeared here, stood next to me, then I'd be like, right, they're 100% in my head. That's all I need to know. It's 100% real. And like I say, I've had stuff happen. I've caught stuff, but I don't know what it is still.
Yeah. So you have evidence. So in these investigations you went on, you have evidence.
Yeah. I mean, like we've got stuff through spirit boxes and stuff. And I mean, again, to pinch another person's catchphrase, Tommy, about not believing in coincidences. I think sometimes the stuff with the spirit box, like there's no way that can be coincidence. There's some of the responses you get from them. It's too perfect sometimes. So sometimes it's utter nonsense and you get nothing. But on them occasions when it does make sense, and for how often it makes sense, like say, for me, it just can't be a coincidence. There has to be something to it, but again, I don't know what.
Yeah. Yeah. If we can get to that answer, that would be something. But it just, the older I get, the more I think this is just not for, we're not going to get this, at least not in my lifetime, I feel like, because it's just a constant search, constant lean. I'm always looking, I'm always trying to find, and down the rabbit hole, I work on that every single day. So I'm constantly looking every day for videos or evidence or something that looks like it could be real. And there's not one thing that makes me say, here it is. This is it. Finally, we have, actual proof. That's what I want to get to that. I want to get to, alien disclosure, where not only do we see them live on CNN or whatever 24-hour channel you watch, whatever it is, they're actually there talking to us. I want to see that. Shake their hands unless they have diseases. I don't know.
Or it's like Scary Movie where they greet each other by kicking them in the balls.
Yeah, I mean, anything. Listen, aliens, ghosts. I want to meet Bigfoot without being destroyed. Why can't I get those answers? I want those answers. I'm Mulder, bro. I want to get all that stuff, but I want to believe. I just can't make that. I can't cross that bridge until I see that proof. But I mean, I digress. Tell me about some of these places you went to, man.
Yeah. So, well, the first one, because that was possibly my favorite, because that was very, very interesting. So, the first place I went to was called the Northeast Land, Sea and Air Museum. So they've got loads of old RAF planes and RAF helicopters and all that sort of stuff. And there's a lot of cool stuff there. It is a really cool place.
I mean, when you say RAF, you're talking about Royal Air Force. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
For
Aye. And there's a full video of the investigation on the YouTube channel. So if people want to go and watch it over there,
Yeah, dude, for sure.
But straight away, because I didn't know how to feel going into it. I was like, am I nervous? Am I excited? I mean, I was probably somewhere in the middle, but straight away, because funny enough, the guy who runs New Dawn Paranormal is called Liam as well, so this might sound a bit confusing. So Liam took me around all the different hangars, and there's one that is known as the tram shed, where it's got loads of old trams and buses, and one of them is a German tram, which has a horrific backstory to it, which I'll tell you about if you want.
Yes.
Yeah, but he said that that's the really dark place. That's where all the dark entities, energy, spirits are, however, whatever you want to refer to them as. And it genuinely felt 10 degrees colder in there than it did outside. And bearing in mind, this is like 10 o'clock at night as well. So, and in the northeast of England, so it was fucking freezing cold anyway. But in there, it was genuinely to the point where like my hands were literally like that. I was shaking, my teeth were chattering and everything. It was notably like colder in there, and that was where weird stuff did happen in there more than anything.
Oh wow!
But I'll give you the little the backstory to that tram. So, it's a German tram, and the story for it goes is that there is the spirit of a young girl on there called Marta, who was how do you say this now on YouTube nowadays, was unalived and
Gotcha.
what's the other one? S8. That's the one they use on YouTube.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, by a load of Nazis basically, and yeah. So I can't remember where they found the tram. I can't remember where they found it, but yeah. So, but that's the horrific backstory to that. So you can understand there's some bad energy in that place. But so one of the other members as well, Mike. So he went on there on his own, and it was live on Facebook, and it lasted about 20 minutes, and he was just like, "Nah, I can't do it. Can't be in here on my own." He felt like there was just eyes all around him. Hated it. So me and Liam, we ran over and we went and joined him. And I mean, I just thought we were going to get him. That was the only reason I went. I didn't really. And then suddenly Liam was like, "Oh well, we'll stay in here for a bit." And I was like, I should have just stayed over there. Could have had a nice hot drink, got warm. So we stayed there, and again, like there was tapping, there was knocking, and I mean, like I say, they're probably the easiest things to like debunk, but it genuinely felt like it was something going around the bus, because it was an old bus tram that we were sat on, and it was like there'd be a tap here, then there'd be one in the middle, then there'd be one at the end, and then it'd like work its way around, and it was almost like a sequence to it. So it genuinely felt like there was something like messing with us a little bit. And then we decided to get off the tram, and we're like, right, we'll leave. And then as we're walking off, we hear a bang like up on the upper carriage of it. So then we just sort of stood waiting, and then because and this is on the video as well, because this bit's quite funny and a little bit embarrassing as well. So then on the video you hear a really loud bang like right above our heads. So then we literally just legged it out of there.
Oh wow!
Right, no, we're gone.
Were you able to tell what it was?
No, all the lights were off in there. I mean, I was filming on a little night vision camera that I've got, and which to me makes it worse when you're in the dark, because you can't see what the hell it is or anything. But yeah, it was just weird, and because me and Billy used to always argue about the term residual energy. And it's like you can feel something, even if you don't believe in something, you can feel things. And I was just saying, well, that's bollocks, what you're talking about, man.
Yeah.
Until I went to that place, like,
oh shit.
Say every single different hangar I went in, I had a different feeling. Some worse, some better, but yeah, it was very, very strange.
Well, describe the feeling you got when you were in that one where the bang went off. What did that feel like?
Unwelcome, like say cold, just very uneasy. I felt like I was constantly having to like look behind myself. I never saw anything in there,
Yeah.
That was just a feeling that I got. I've constantly felt like I was like, every 2 minutes I was like, just making sure there was nobody there.
Wow.
It was bizarre.
So residual energy. So now you agree with Billy on that?
Yeah, I kind of have to now. Just
From experience, right?
yeah. But I think it was the fact that, like you say, every hangar that I went in, I think there's 5 or 6 hangars there, and everyone I went into, like, I mean, it weren't massively different because obviously there's only so many ways you can fail, but every single one just had a slightly different feeling. Like in the main hangar, there's a little bit of a dark story in there. Well, it's not dark. It's more sad than dark, about a sergeant pilot who crashed and died and lost his legs, and then when they found him, there was no legs, and then they found the legs later. So yeah, that's horrific. But like in there, it wasn't like it was cold in there as well, but it was just I don't even know. The only way I can describe it is if, obviously, like you said, there's loads of planes in there, so there's plenty of places to hide, and it genuinely felt like there was somebody else in there, even though there isn't. That's probably the best way I could describe it, but it didn't feel like it was negative. It just felt like there was somebody there with us.
I mean, if it's the same one with the girl, you would wonder if, after all that happened to her, she's just kind of stuck there and is just like eyeballing anybody who comes in. Doesn't feel safe. There's got to be, but residual energy to me, it's kind of, how can energy survive years and years and years and years? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then that's the argument a lot of people make anyway when people try and like disprove the paranormal, because obviously we're energy, and apparently according to science, energy can't be destroyed. So where does our energy go? Which makes sense, but then that also, like you've just said, then how does it survive that long? I mean, surely it's just everywhere anyway. I mean, it's what me and Andy were talking about, like maybe after sort of, because obviously my old argument used to be was when people get photos of ghosts, people see ghosts, it's always people in old Victorian clothes. You never see ghosts in jeans and a t-shirt. So me and Andy sort of come up with, well, maybe like after so long, like a frequency changes, and that's what you see. Because it's like, why is there no ghost dinosaurs? Why is there no ghost cavemen?
Right.
Like that sort of stuff. So
I've often questioned that. Why don't we see a caveman ghost? That would be one heck of a thing to see that. Or anything even older than that,
Yeah. Well, anything before Victorian times, because like I say, that is the typical ghost.
Yeah.
You see a woman in a big white dress or a guy in a sharp black suit. They're your typical ghosts that you see.
Yeah, like here in San Antonio, I had a story where this girl told me that she was driving down downtown San Antonio with her family to drop off her mom at the bus station, because there's a bus station down there, and they saw a woman dressed in like 1800s kind of gear with a parasol walking at 2 a.m. Right? Yeah. And they were all like just puzzled. Why? Like, is she going to a costume party? What is this? Why is she dressed like that? And then out of nowhere, she completely just vanishes. She's walking, and all of a sudden, she just is completely gone. And the girl saw it with her own eyes and was like so puzzled by it. Her mom missed the vanishing. She just thought, well, where'd she go? Did she turn the corner? Let's follow, go around the street to see if we can find her. They never found her. But yeah, it was like period clothing. It was like, strange. Yeah. 19th century looking garments and whatever. But I want to see a caveman, bro. That'd be wild. I would love to see that. How come there's not like, you've heard like, hey, how about a Bigfoot ghost or a what do you call them? A rake ghost or something like that. I want to see that too, bro. That'd be interesting. Terrifying, probably. Definitely.
But a really cool thing. Well, it's how we ended the night at the Air Museum. So this was cool, and this was something I've never seen anybody do before. So the guys at New Dawn, they call it the phone experiment. So what we'll do is, so use me and you as an example. So I'll ring your phone. We'll leave your phone in another room, and then we'll go into a different room. Obviously, we've done this with a big hangar, so it was a good distance apart. So we left it in one hangar, went to another, and then we'd ask questions through the phone.
Yeah.
And we had a music box set up, so if anything went in front of it, it would go off. Music box went off plenty of times, and there was genuine voices coming through it. You could hear dogs barking and everything. You could hear people talking. It was absolutely crazy.
Let me ask you this: so the person who's making the call, are they recording the call?
Yeah, well, I recorded it. It's in the video.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. Okay. Yeah, because you imagine hearing the call back, like, there's these apps you can record the phone call now.
Yeah.
To actually capture it on that would be something else, man. Because there's no one there, you know what I'm saying? That's an interesting, I have not thought of that.
No, I'd never thought of that, but like I say, it's a really cool experiment, and it definitely works. Like I say, I've seen it.
That is cool, bro. I don't know why. We'll get back to. This popped in my head because we were a part of a big old podcast group. Remember those days?
Yeah.
We're making videos and all sorts of stuff. I remember a video where I think we were taking sides, or we were doing it was like a presidential thing. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And then you took, I can't even remember who the hell was, but you took someone's side and you had a video where you're like,
Yeah.
I just remembered that. That's freaking hilarious, man. We had a good time doing that stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I like the podcast fight one that we did. I enjoyed that one.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah, so Billy's dead.
That's right. 2 years ago, I think, right? We did that. It seemed like 2 years. That one went over well. That was Amanda. She came up with that. Yeah. The genius of Amanda to get everyone involved. Yeah. Oh, good stuff. She's doing okay, by the way. She moved, like she used to live in the coast of Florida, and now she moved inland. She's doing great, man. She's doing really great.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Hopefully one day I'll come back. I don't know.
I was going to ask you about her after we were finished.
Yeah, we I think our last episode was episode 49, and it was, I think, in May of last year. And she had to get out where she was at, and there was all sorts of craziness, but she's doing great now. So maybe one day nothing will come back. I don't know yet. Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, really, because it was fun. I had a great time. She's a funny girl. And then I started doing this, which I've been really fortunate to have some really great guests like you, my friend. A freaking chef. A freaking chef. I can actually say yes, chef. What are you planning on doing?
I don't have a clue.
Dude, wouldn't it be awesome to just do this all day? Just recording all day long.
Yeah. Well, I think this is sort of what I want to get into. Like, I've looked into doing radio stuff, and there's a local radio station around here, and as in like a voluntary role, they're going to let me do a show every Sunday. So I'm hoping that might lead to something.
Yeah, dude, that's great. You should definitely do that. I mean, look what Andy's doing. This whole live stuff, like freaking every day. It seems like that dude has 15 shows, man. What is wrong with Andy, bro? Does he hate his family, or I don't understand?
he's going to get to the point where he's literally going to be like live streaming in his van. He's just going to be doing shows while he's at work.
You know what's funny though? I never used to do lives. I've done, maybe before I started working with Andy, I did 3 or 4 of those. And it's different than recording. I mean, obviously you can go and edit anything out. I don't. I generally do not edit. So it's like I'm doing a live, really, but it's a different animal because, you have to be careful what you say. And you don't want to do anything wrong on a live. And so you have to be, I feel like I got to be on my game. But now that I've done it with Andy, I feel comfortable doing those things. It seems easy, really. It's like, just be careful. Just like you're talking to a kid. You can't say a whole lot of cuss words. I think we're allowed 2, and that's it. But Yeah,
Fair
it's addicting. That's what I was gonna say. It's weirdly addicting. Like,
yeah.
if I don't have a recording, I'm like, when is Friday coming, man? When is Friday coming? Just to get on that live, bro. It's crazy. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I know exactly what you mean. I'm the same. And to be fair as well, I think Andy's was the first live one I did. And I remember the first time I was on Andy's, I was like genuinely nervous. I was like, oh, like, don't say anything bad. Don't say anything bad. Don't say anything bad.
he's funny, man. And he does a lot of like really good video, like AI video work, music work. He's never gonna listen to this, bro. So I can say whatever I want about him. He don't listen to us. He's too busy doing his live stuff. And what's funny is that, man, I was gonna say something. I totally forgot, man. See, you're a young man. I think you're in your 30s. I'm in my 50s, bro. Right. You get to a certain age, and you're like, there's a thought right here, right? It's sitting right here. You're getting ready to spit it out, and it's gone. It just goes out to me already. Yeah, a lot of people, like my daughter, says that it happens to her. I'm like, damn, you're 26. What the hell?
That's why I have to edit my episodes, because there's so many times where there's just like a minute of me sat there just going, what the fuck was I going to say?
Oh, man. I was going to say something about Andy, and it was going to be funny, and I completely forgot. Let's see if it pops back in the brain. But yeah, I really enjoy doing the show. Oh, I just remembered. So him and Tommy were talking, and he was like, he'd like to get someone on, and he was trying to blah, blah, blah. And Tommy goes, well, I know Dayvid from Down the Rabbit Hole. And he goes, what? He told me this the other day. He said he was never going to tell me this, but he just volunteered it. He goes, you know Dayvid from Down the Rabbit Hole? He goes, yeah, man. I'll try to do Tommy. Yeah, man, I know Dayvid. And he was like, can you get him on the show? He goes, yeah. So he messaged me. I was like, yeah, dude, I'll do it. And he goes, dude, you said you're going to be on the show, and I couldn't believe that Dayvid from Down the Rabbit Hole is going to be on the show. I was like, really, dude? Andy, come on, man. You got a big live show, dude. I'm honored to be on it, dude. He's like, I was not going to tell you that. I can't believe I told you that. Freaking love it, man. I didn't know him. I knew you way before I knew Andy. And I knew Tommy way before I knew you. So it's like I have a nice, strong core of UK podcasters that are like I consider friends, like Michelle, Abby, you. What's his name? What's your what was your co-host? I forgot his name. Billy. Yes. Okay. I think I called him Bobby once on air. I think
they did.
I did, right? I was like, shit. I called him Bobby. Oh my God. Yeah, dude. Billy, bro. I can never forget him. I'll forget his name, but I'll never forget that dude. That dude. And then I don't know if I should. I'm not even. There's something that you told me. I'm not going to say it. It's probably too personal. I can't say it, but I was like, what? Is that why he's down there? Oh, shit. Okay, cool. I will not mess with his mom. I'll tell you.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I know what you mean now. Yeah. Yeah. We mentioned that on our show. So, yeah.
Oh, you did? Can you tell us what happened? Because I was like,
yeah, well, I mean, the long and short of it, Billy took a big break from the podcast, essentially because his mum got arrested because she stabbed her next door neighbor. Yeah, which is as mental as it sounds.
This is the same dude that started fires, by the way. Just wanted to point that out. So he's a good friend, is he?
Yeah, well, sort of.
Do you still hang out with him? Does y'all work together or no?
No, we used to work together. That was how we met. So, and then, so like I say, so he had that long break, and then he came back for a little bit, and now he's buggered off again. But I actually seen him in town a couple of days ago. So he's alive.
Hold on 1 second there, Liam. I lost you for like 10 seconds. What was the last thing you said?
I said that I seen him in town the other day.
Oh, okay, good.
He is alive. He is alive.
He's a funny dude. He's a funny dude for sure.
Yeah.
I recall a story where I think it was you were messing with him, and you told him to like powder his fingers on the thing or whatever, and then put him in the fryer, and he was actually going to do it, like do some shit, some chicken fingers or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And you had to stop him because.
Because he was actually going to stick his hands in a deep fat fryer. Nice lad, but he's not a genius.
Oh, Billy. Holy crap, that dude is something else. Yeah, but meeting Andy and Abby and, you know, Michelle, you, Billy, Tommy, God damn, there's a lot of good podcasters over there, man. I got to make a trip out there because I actually have a lot of friends I want to visit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but you guys y'all aren't close together, are you? Y'all are kind of separate.
Me and Michelle are pretty close together. We're only about 45 minutes away from each other. So,
that's cool.
But Tommy and me, Tommy and Michelle, because Michelle's actually further north than me, even though technically she's from down south, but she lives up here now. Tommy and Michelle, I don't think they really couldn't be much further apart if they tried, really.
Oh, really? Old Tommy, man.
That's a good 7-hour drive, which I know for you is nothing, but to us, that's literally one end of the country and back.
You're still in Texas after a 7-hour drive, man. It's craziness.
Exactly. Yeah.
But Tommy, he was a second, like I did a guest spot before him, and it was with a guy who it wasn't a very big following, so I was like, I can do this, no problem. And then I did. Tommy asked me, I was like, yeah, okay, but I didn't know anything about his podcast or whatever. And I started telling my buddies, I was like, hey man, I'm gonna do Tommy Cullum's Let's Get Freaky, and they're like, what? You're gonna what now? So yeah, you ever heard of that? And he goes, yes, I've heard of it. I was like, what do you mean, man? It's like, dude, this guy gets like famous people on his show. He has like a person who gets people on his show. That's so they were trying. I guess I don't know. They were trying to freak me out, but it worked. I was like, whoa, shit! I'm gonna be on a huge show. And before we started recording, he's such a personable guy, right? He's just cool, man. There's something about that dude. I don't know what it is, but he calms you down like this. Like right before we went on, I was relaxed. I was comfortable. And the dude's great. The dude is great. One of my favorites for sure. So you told us before we got on air, you mentioned something about a black monk. Do tell.
Yes. So literally at the time of recording, about what time is it now? About an hour and a half ago, I released the video for the paranormal investigation of 30 East Drive. So if you don't know much about 30 East Drive, 30 East Drive is supposed to be the most haunted house in the UK. Now I say supposed to be like that because it has a lot of mixed reviews.
Okay.
A lot of people say that it is the most haunted house in the UK, and then just as many people say that it's a scam, it's all fake, it's shit.
Huh.
So that's why it was very close to the top of my bucket list of places I wanted to investigate. It also helped that it was less than an hour's drive from me.
Oh, nice.
So, and like, I said at the start of the video that I still don't know what I think about the place. I still don't know if it's haunted or not. Some weird stuff happened there, that is for sure.
Okay.
But again, like talking about residual energies. So when we're in it, it's a very small property. It's literally you go in. There's a downstairs toilet, the old coal shed. Then it's just living room, kitchen, stairs upstairs. Then upstairs is bathroom, 3 bedrooms. That's it. Very, very small property. So when we first got there, obviously we were downstairs first, and I felt fine. I could have been in my own house. It was just I just felt like I was in any person's house. Didn't feel weird or anything. As soon as we went up the stairs, that changed. Like straight away again, there was just a really uneasy feeling about the place. But I only ever got that upstairs again. It was very much like making sure there's nothing behind me or anything. Yeah. Really bizarre feeling. Wasn't a fan of that. But again, I don't know whether that's just in my head or what, or whether that is actually a thing. But that's how I felt. So that's all I can go with. Really, really strange. So then when we started investigating, So I was, like, we split up into groups because there was quite a few of us there. So one group was downstairs first, and the other group was upstairs first. So we started downstairs, and to be honest, there wasn't a lot happening. There wasn't a lot of activity or anything really. It was very chilled, very calm downstairs. So, and then we swapped it up. We went upstairs, and we were sat in the bedroom that is next to the bathroom. So I should say the previous owner. I should have told you like some backstory really to the house. I'll do that now. Fuck it.
Okay.
So the whole story of the house is, so the Pritchard family moved in there. So there was Joe and Jean, who were the mum and dad, and then there was the two kids. You're gonna have to forgive me because I can't remember the kids' names. But basically, when they moved in, they were reporting all sorts of, obviously, paranormal activity, all sorts of weird stuff happening. There was like disembodied hands that would just appear. There's one story where I think the mother Jean, she was like stuck in the fire or whatever, and all these keys just fell down the chimney. I think, and then she collected them all. I think there was 19 in total, and they're still in the house.
Wait. So when the keys fell, were they one at a time, or were they in a chain or something?
One at a time.
Oh, that's weird. That's weird.
Yeah, and just started raining down the fucking chimney, a lot of keys. Yeah. Really random, I know. Yeah. So then things took a bit of a darker turn. The father Joe, he got locked in the coal shed, and apparently he was never the same person after he came out of there. Because, yeah, apparently just. I mean, I don't think it's actually said what happened in there, but everybody that knew him, because he's dead now, said that he was just never the same after that, and then he died in the bathroom upstairs.
Okay.
So then, like I say, so then we were in the bedroom next to that, and there was a little bit more happening. Again, like I said, there was that very uneasy feeling there. Liam, the founder of New Dawn, leader, I don't know, however he likes to be called, he said he could see him stood in the doorway. Like, I was sat on the floor next to the doorway, so I'm like this, like, I can't say anything, but tell him to piss off. I don't want him standing next to me. And then I got 2 scratches down my forearm.
What the hell, dude?
Appeared. Yeah, well, like, they were very faint. Like I say, weren't like big fucking claw marks or anything like that. There was just two lines just straight down there.
Wow.
So, like, you know when you get a scratch and your arm feels hot, like I didn't feel it happen or anything. It was just like my arm was hot, and I had my I was recording on my phone, obviously in the dark. So then, like, I put the screen onto my arm so I could see it, to use it as a light, and it was just two little scratch lines just going straight down my arm.
Wow, that's crazy. Man. You got that on film?
No, I didn't. Well, I didn't get that on film. No, sadly.
Man, that's crazy.
I've got a photo of it, but I didn't actually get it on film. But I've got a photo of my arm.
That's good. Yeah, because usually you hear 3 scratches, and that's not good. Apparently, if it's a 3 scratch. Yeah. So 2 is okay, and it's not too deep. That's no blood. Excellent.
Yeah, exactly. Thank Christ.
Would you say that is an actual? You actually had an experience where you were touched by something like this?
I think so, because I was thinking to myself the whole time we were there. I was like, what can I have done that on? And I'm like, there's nothing. I didn't like bump into anything. I've not. And like I say, like if it was just like a tiny little scratch like that, then like maybe I don't know, I've caught my arm on when I've walked past the door or something. I don't know. But it was literally like the length of my forearm. It was literally from my elbow to my wrist.
Wow.
So I was like, there's. So again, like I say, I can't say for definite, obviously not, but I would say so. Yeah, that, like I say, it was something paranormal.
I can tell you that before 2014, I didn't believe in any of this. I was like my dad. I didn't believe in the ghosts. I didn't believe in anything. And then I had an experience where I was touched by something. So I'm asleep at my sister's house. There was a fire at my apartment earlier that day. And it was a fire above my apartment, so like the top floor, and it felt like everything kind of fell through in my apartment. So I couldn't stay there, right? So I stayed at her place in her guest bedroom, and I was asleep on my right side. My little dog Charlie she's a little Chihuahua. She was asleep with me, and I can't sleep unless the door is closed and locked. I can't sleep unless that's happening, right? So it was closed and locked, and I was asleep. And then next thing I knew, I was on my right side asleep, and I felt a hand on my left side was like shaking. It was trying to wake me up, basically. Mm-hmm. And I was sure it was my sister because it was a small hand, and she's like 5 feet tiny. I was sure it was her. And the first thing I said was, "What is it? Another fire?" I was waking up saying that because I look up and there's no one there, but I could still feel it. And then it stops when it realizes I'm awake because I look at the door and it's locked and closed, and I'm up, completely up, dude. And then I could hear footsteps, and it went around the bed, around behind me, and that's when it giggled. It was a little kid's giggle in the room. It woke my dog up, and I look around. There's nothing there. There's no one in there. And is there a kid in the house? Yeah, 3-4-year-old kid, my nephew, but he's not there. I'm alone and the door's locked. And my dog didn't even respond. So ever since I had that experience, I don't know what to think. I can't explain it, but it happened to me. So now I can't disprove it. I can't debunk it. I can't explain it away. So that is I've had an experience, you know what I'm saying? But how can I prove it?
Yeah, exactly. Well, that I'd say that's the biggest problem, and it goes back to that age-old question of if you'd want it to be proven or not. And I'm always of the mindset of that I wouldn't want it to be proven. Like I say, I wouldn't want the paranormal and everything to be common knowledge, because I think if it was, we wouldn't be having this conversation because there'd be no need to.
I hate to disagree with you, my friend. But if it was proven, we would still be talking about it like crazy, dog. We'd be like, okay, well, that's an answer. Then what does that mean? And what does this mean? What is it? I would never stop talking about it. I do want them to explain it. I do want to know what's up. I think that it will never go away because we're so fascinated by this stuff that we cannot stop trying to, and that there's going to be tons of people saying they're lying to us. It's not real. Mm-hmm. It's AI, which I get every single day on Down the Rabbit Hole. Every single thing is AI. Even though I do not, if I find AI on videos, I will not upload it.
Yeah.
I use an AI detector and I'll run it through different detectors. And if it says it's 1% AI, I will not share it. But if it says 0 AI, it's going up. So I try to it's a lot harder these days with AI, Ben. But I think it would be something that we would never stop talking about, whether it's been proven overall or not. It's just so fascinating.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
I do, but I don't know if the conversations would be as interesting and if the investigations would be as interesting. I think no, I don't think so, because like I say, if we know everything's fact and we know what everything is, like I say, when we're hearing that bang, we're just like, oh, we know what it is, it's fine. Like I say, and like I say, especially like you say, because obviously one of the fun parts for me with it anyway is, is there any danger with doing this? So then, but then, if we know there is no danger, and I'm stood in a dark, I'm stood on a pitch black bus, and there's something banging above my head, and I know there's absolutely no danger, I'm just gonna be like, all right, carry on. Fair enough. I'm bored now.
You don't think you'd be scared, even though you know what it was? You wouldn't be scared?
Not if I knew what it was, no. Because like again, this was a bit of an argument me and Billy used to have, because he used to say if we were in a room and the door just slammed shut, he was like, "Oh, you'd shit yourself, wouldn't you?" And I'd be like, I mean, it'd freak me out. I wouldn't be like, "Whoa, fuck, Jesus!" Like, I don't know. Like to me, like hearing something, like hearing a voice or something, would be much scarier.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think slamming doors, we're so used to it because of people slamming doors. I think. Yeah. Exactly. I grew up in this house that my cousins would say was haunted, but I would debunk it. This is where I was like, I didn't believe in it. So like the doors would close, and the rocking chair would move on its own. But I would go and check, and every time that happened, the AC would kick on. Yeah. So I was like, dude, it's AC, bro. That's what's doing it. Okay, it's the way whatever. And so the doors slamming shut, I was used to it. It didn't scare me. It was normal. So that would not. But you're alone in the house and someone's telling you something, check the fridge or whatever the fuck it says, like, what the hell was that? Would freak me out, man. I agree with you there. I definitely agree with that. I just don't think I'd ever stop talking about this stuff because it's so fascinating to me. Whether I know that's my grandfather in the kitchen that shouldn't be here, having a conversation with me would freak me out. Still.
Yeah. I'd still enjoy it. I just don't think I'd enjoy it as much. But to go back to, like you said, like they're talking about obviously the AC coming on and that affecting stuff. Yeah. Like that's one of the things that's still where I've still got that little bit of like skepticism, because there's so many things that can affect things and you don't even realize it. And weirdly, like a good example I can give you. I mean, it doesn't relate anywhere to the paranormal. Well, I suppose it kind of, because like spirit boxes are radios. So a place where I used to work, we used to have an old FM radio that we used to have on in the kitchen. Mm-hmm. And obviously the deep fat fryers work on a thermostat. So obviously once it gets too cold, then they have to kick back in to heat it back up. And you'd hear like a click noise wherever it would heat back up. And every time that happened, our radio signal would disappear for a couple of seconds.
Oh wow!
And it's just like, why would that affect
why would that happen? Yeah, well, that's strange.
Yeah, but like I say, so this, like if something like that can affect something, then why can't, like, I don't know, like if I turn the TV volume to 17, then that makes somebody else's lights flash somewhere or something. Do you know what I mean? Just something really random like that. Like we don't know 100% what affects everything, so that's still where I've still got the little bit of skepticism in there in me.
Interesting. There are explanations for things. That's cool. Can you imagine like an alternate reality? Like one that's similar to this one, but in this reality, they actually know why they're ghosts, or they have an understanding of what ghosts are. I wonder what that would be like. I wonder if we can go and visit that alternate reality and just see how people respond to it there. Like, is it still the same, or is it vastly different? To understand or to know that, because like I interviewed Ronnie LeBlanc recently, and he's got a book called Interdimensional, where he theorizes that not only Bigfoot, but UFOs and ghosts all come from another dimension, which is kind of like frequency and all that stuff. But what if there's a universe that's very parallel to ours that actually knows that's real? They understand it. That would be interesting. I would love to visit that place. See if we can find,
well, it's one of them as well. I mean, if you believe in the alternate realities, alternate universes theory, then that is out there somewhere. There's also one out there where me and you are fucking strawberries, but yeah.
Yeah, of course. It's got to be.
I don't know why I picked strawberries, but yeah.
Well, I don't know if you saw that one movie with Michelle. Jesus Christ. No, her last name's not Jesus Christ. Dang, I can't remember. But it was like Everything All at Once, something like that, the name of the movie. And she was bouncing between universes. Yeah. And in one universe, her and Jamie Lee Curtis, because Jamie Lee Curtis in this movie was her tax person or a tax attorney or something like this. But in this opposite universe, they were in a relationship, the main character and Jamie Lee Curtis, and they had like Frankfurter fingers. It actually looked like hot dogs. And I was like, oh my God, there's a universe with that. And then there's another universe where the main character and her daughter, Michelle Yao, I can't remember. Anyway, her and her daughter were actually rocks in another universe next to each other. So strawberries ain't that far off, big dog. It's believable. Yeah. I like to think about that stuff. Like, for example, I have this one theory that if you exist in alternate universes, then every universe that you ever like, so for example, let's say that you max out at 100. That's where you max out, right?
Yeah.
In every other universe before that, in every moment that you've been alive, you have died in another universe, from birth all the way up to that 100. Every moment you've died in a different universe. So if that's true, then you have to think about how many universes are you actually in? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how many universes did your parents not meet? There's got to be billions and trillions of this. I mean, but then again, there must be millions of where they did, and you did come out, and it's you. And all these different, vast, completely, I mean, crazy differences, right? Like, you went left instead of right, and they made all the difference in the world. So that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like butterfly effect, isn't it?
Yeah, there's just, and then there's that whole theory that kind of underlines it, the whole simulation theory, which is one of my favorite theories, which would make it easy to have alternate realities. Let's face it. If it's on a program, then you can actually run this program with every possible outcome, which would have every possible universe, which is, I'm starting to blow my mind here. But yeah, I love that stuff, dude. That's one of my favorite topics. I have this new show, by the way, Liam, that's called Deeper Down the Rabbit Hole. I've recorded my first episode. It should be dropping before this episode. And it's about CERN. And so I got our buddy Tommy Cullum on there. I got JJ Rose 77, who's been on your show recently. I've got, she's a freaking legend, man. She's my best friend and my spiritual advisor. That's how I label her. And then I have Joe from Tales, Trails, and Taverns. He's there. Yes. And then the Hollow Sky guys, Steve and Kyle. Hollow Sky, I just saw, our top 10 paranormal podcast in the world.
That's sweet.
They're awesome, dude. And the stuff they brought fucking fire in this episode. So I'm going to start doing these. I want to do at least 12 a year of Deeper Down the Rabbit Hole. I would love to have you on one of those shows. It's a panel show where I have several people and we take one topic, like I think the multiverse or the whatever we'll call it. That'll be definitely one. I definitely want to talk about that because that's one of my favorite subjects. Another one will be the simulation. I think we should talk about the simulation. So I will give you some updates on when we can record together, and I would love to have you on, man. That would be awesome.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Question, Billy, what did he leave in the spooky shed? Did he leave anything there?
Well, technically no, because he wasn't supposed to, because he was supposed to be a host, and the host doesn't leave anything in the shed. Everything in the shed is now mine.
Did he? Because every episode you ask your guest to leave something in the shed, right? And he hasn't. So you haven't had him as a guest yet, because I figured eventually you would have him as a guest.
No, well, he's been back on as a co-host. We'll say, okay, but cool. I think because like I say, because I seen him the other day, and he's like, "Oh, I've got some time off work soon, so we'll record some episodes." Cool. And I'm like, "You've been saying that for 6 months, you bastard." Well, like I said, we'll see if it happens. If it does happen, then I think he'll just be a guest co-host, and I'll get him to leave something in here. I mean, to be honest, I know what it will be already.
Oh, okay. What would it be?
Yeah. It'll be some sort of aftershave, because Billy is very much he goes through spells of obsessions, like he goes through spells of obsessions with Pokemon, with football, with Lego, setting fires, and judging by his TikTok and his Instagram at the minute, his new little obsession is aftershaves.
Oh my god! All right,
so,
I left. What did I leave? Do you remember what I left in the shed?
Oh, you put me on a spot now.
Yeah, that was the plan.
Yeah. It's the weird ones that I remember.
I left doubt. I think I left my doubt in your shed. My doubt in what I can do. Yes. I used to have a lot of doubt, or like I doubted myself, that kind of thing. Yeah. and I was ready to get rid of it, man. So I left that in your shed. What did JJ leave? Do you mind me asking? I'm curious what she left.
JJ, she left blissful ignorance.
Blissful ignorance. Oh, she wants the hard stuff. She doesn't want
said
the
it was
blissful.
She said it was either that or peas.
Peas?
Yeah, she doesn't like peas.
Oh my god, that's good to know. She's coming to visit me, man.
Well, don't make sure there's no peas on the table.
I know. I may throw some at her, see what happens. That would probably be. That's a bad idea. That's a terrible idea. I shouldn't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, she's coming down, and then I'm trying to get another buddy of mine. I don't know if you ever followed Latinos Against Spooky Shit with Jonathan Bettis.
No.
Check it out on TikTok or Instagram. It's hilarious.
Yes,
He's hilarious, bro. This guy is cool. He's like, he lives up in Seattle. And he's like, yeah, maybe I can come down next month for sure. I was like, oh, that's great, man. You can meet my spiritual advisor and all that. Cool. All right, my friend Liam, thank you so much for joining me. We've reached the portion of the show that I like to call the 6 questions. So are you prepared for the 6 questions? Oh, you're intrigued. Good. Yeah. That's my plan, to intrigue everyone. So episode 25, this is the 6 questions, spooky shed style. Are you ready, sir?
I'm ready. Born ready.
Right. So I have to give some people a little backstory to the question number 1. My friend Liam Holmes doesn't like birds. So question number 1, where did the issue with birds come from, bro?
It was I genuinely can't remember which happened first. It was either the incident with the seagulls or the incident with the owl. I think it was the seagulls first.
Oh, seagulls.
Yeah. So very quick story then. So how old was I? It was 18, 19. I was 19.
Yeah.
And I was working with my dad. We were on the roof of an old warehouse, obviously trying to fix it. And there was hundreds of seagulls nesting up there. And I was the biggest by distance, like both ways, tallest and width. So clearly I was the easiest target. So it was literally just me the fucking went for. And I genuinely got chased off the roof. I legged it down the fucking ladder inside, chased away by seagulls.
Did they bomb you? Because
yeah, yeah, I had a hard hat on, and there was genuinely a hole in it.
Oh my god, dude! That's
exactly.
Crazy.
See, it doesn't sound as ridiculous now, does it?
No. What about the owl? What was up with the owl?
So the owl one, I can admit, is funny.
Okay.
So again, it was in the same place. So me and my dad, we built in the corner of this warehouse. We built like some office space. So and then we'd gone in one day. We had like last couple of bits to do. And the place where it was like they did like auctions. So I'd gone in, my dad was speaking to somebody, so it was just me in there. And it was right in the far corner of the warehouse. So I was walking down and I was like, what the hell is that on top? It was literally sat on the corner. I said, what the fucking hell is it? So I walked over and there was just an owl sat there, but it was asleep. And I thought it was stuffed. I didn't think it was real. So I was just stood there staring at it. I was like, who the fuck's put that there? And then my dad opened the door at the other end and it slammed shut. And then obviously that woke this owl up. So I turned around to see who was coming in the door and turned back round. And there's a big fucking owl just flying towards me. So I just turned around, hit the deck, hands over my head and everything.
Wow, dude. Oh, those things are creepy, man. For sure.
Yeah. So like, right. This is what I mean. I think my thing with birds is justified.
Yeah, you know what? I would have a little fun with you on the birds thing, but now that I know the story, I ain't doing that no more. That's not right. I feel genuinely I'm apologizing to you right now for all the bird shit I gave you.
Oh no, don't worry. I think it's funny as well. But
okay,
there
good.
You go then. So if 1-0 podcast finished on 49, if Amanda ever brings it back, that's what episode 50 has to be. It has to be me, and it just has to be like bird attacks.
That would be great. I think Amanda would love that shit. All right, sir. Question number 2. You get to ask the creator one question about anything, and this is God or the Buddha or whatever you think is the creator. You get to ask one question. he or she is going to answer that question for you, what would that question be?
Oh, Jesus.
Yes.
Not that. I don't know. I'd probably just say, like, you know, like cancer. What the fuck's all that about your bell end? Like, why is that a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an excellent question. What the hell is that about?
I mean, I suppose it's a bit of a. It's not a very original question, I suppose, but I don't know. It's just, like, you know, what the fuck's all? Like you say, if someone or something did actually create everything, like what have you done that for, you dickhead?
Yeah. You know, since I've asked that question, I think someone else had answered, what is the deal with childhood leukemia or something like that?
Yeah.
Man, I would want to hear the answer to that question. How would
Same.
How would they answer?
How are you going to justify that?
They can't. Which is why I don't. Anyway. Question number 3, sir. How do you want to die?
Oh, go out in a blaze of glory. No, I don't know. Genuinely, I'd like to just go to sleep one night and that's it. It's done.
Okay, that second part, almost everyone has said that, and me included. But the first part, the blaze of glory part, I just interviewed Kevin Sapiel Jr. from Where the Weird Ones Are, and he said the same thing in the blaze of glory.
Doesn't surprise me.
Second part of that question is, how do you think you'll die?
I don't know. Oh, Jesus, that's a depressing thought, mate.
Yeah.
I don't know. Death by seagull, probably.
It'd have to be multiple, dude. I don't think one can take you out. I think you can be able to punch one out and you're free. But if it's 80,000 of them, then maybe not.
Possibly.
All right.
I remember. Go on. Sorry.
No. Go ahead. I was done.
I was going to say maybe like an ostrich or something then.
An ostrich, because those things can drop kick you, man, like 50 yards or something. Ugh, that would be a terrible way to go. Now I feel bad for you. Jesus. Question number 4. What is the strangest paranormal experience you've ever had? And if we've covered that already, then what's the strangest moment of your life? So you can either do either one.
It's not the strangest, but it's one that I haven't told you, and I think this is the first podcast I've done since he's been born that I haven't mentioned my son Elijah. So I'll tell you this one because there's almost 2 little stories rolled into one. So I'd recorded with Michelle, and I was editing the episode back, listening to it, and there was an extra voice there for like a split second. For like, well, maybe just over a second, and it come through her microphone. It was from her audio, so that was really fucking bizarre. And well, we half joke, half serious say now that it was a haunted doll that said something, and that is a haunted doll. The painting there.
Oh, okay.
And then so then I'd like listen back to it like 30 times, like not exaggerating, literally just like. Skip back. Trying to work out what it was saying. Still don't know if it's actually saying anything. But then afterwards, so my son Elijah, he was only about 7 or 8 months old at the time, and he has a white noise machine that he sleeps with because it's the only thing that'll make him stay asleep. And I could hear it getting louder and louder. I was like, "Oh fuck's sake! Don't say the volume's broken. It's just gonna go full max." Right. And then I could hear it clear as day. I was like, what the hell? So then I went upstairs. My wife was at work. She was on a night shift. And his bedroom door had just slowly opened. Well, I'm smashing it was slowly because I could slowly hear it getting louder, but it didn't fling open. But yeah, his bedroom door just randomly opened. And like his bedroom door is always like shut on the latch. You have to push the handle down and push it to open the door. So that was bizarre.
Damn, son. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And that doll on the first story, you pointed to that picture behind you. Where did you get that picture?
Michelle painted it for me.
She painted that. Okay.
Yeah.
And the sound you said came from her mic?
Yeah.
Holy crap, dude! And does she have that doll, like the real live doll?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense now. I was like,
Yeah.
how did
Weird.
that make a sound over here? Oh, she's got the actual freaking doll at her place, dude. That is
Yeah.
crazy. And did it sound like a little girl voice, or what did it?
Sort of. I mean, I'll send you the clip when we're finished. Like to
Yeah.
me, it sounds like a muffled female voice saying "thank you" to me. A lot of people have said it almost sounds like humming or singing. Or I mean,
Huh.
some people just say it sounds like nonsense, which it
I
does.
wonder if you can get AI to try and decipher it or try to pick it out to see what it's saying.
Possibly. I've never thought of that.
Try it,
I have,
dude.
I have to look into that.
That's interesting, man. Okay. Next question. Number 4. No, we just did number 4. Number 5. What's the scariest or weirdest dream you've ever had?
So scariest, weirdest, and best all sort of rolled into one.
Ooh. Okay.
So when my granddad died, so my sister was 17 when my granddad died, and my granddad used to always say to my sister that she'd never be a woman until she was 18. So obviously my sister was fucking mortified that he died when she was 17. So and then it was either just after my sister's 18th birthday or just before that I had this dream that we were at my sister's 18th birthday, and my granddad was stood there, but I was the only person that could see him, and I'm literally fucking screaming, crying, telling people like, you know, he stood there, and then I just hugged him, and then I woke up, and it was the worst I've ever felt in my life, but also it genuinely felt like I'd seen him one last time at the same time. Man. So it was weird, it was scary, but it was nice all at the same time.
Wow, that's a nice story, man. It sounds like a visitation. Sounds like you needed that, apparently. I had a dream. I'll tell you this real quick. I had a dream when I was younger, way younger. I was still living with my parents, so I had to be 13 or 14, something like that. But I had this dream that my dad died, and it was a dream. It was a very vivid dream. Everything seemed real in this dream. He died. I was just mortified by it. I was just beside myself with this because, you know, he's like the biggest hero of my life, that kind of thing. Yeah. And I woke up. I remember waking up and still believing that he was dead.
Yeah.
Somehow it crossed over into my waking life, and it was I woke up with tears. There was tears in my eyes when I woke up, and I was like, this, you know, I was really had that same like terror, sadness. I don't even know how to describe it. It was just that I was grieving, dude. I was grieving from my dream, and it crossed into my waking life, and it wasn't for several minutes that I realized, wait, that was a dream, and I was so freaking happy that he was still alive. Yeah. It's just, I'll never forget that one. That was a bizarre ass dream. Anyway, finally, we've come to the end, and the final question, Liam Holmes, who the fuck do you think you are?
Yeah. Well, about a year or so ago, I'd have said a chef, but like say I don't enjoy that now. So who the fuck I am now is a mediocre podcaster who is trying to be the best dad that he can be.
Oh, that's a great answer, but you're not mediocre, big dog. You're great. You're a great podcaster, bro.
Appreciate it.
Do not cut yourself short, and I'm sure you're a great dad also. How's your son now?
He is so 12, 13, 14, 15, like 17 months. 17 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
What happened with the chef thing, man? Before I thought you were cool with it. What happened? What changed? I'm curious.
Well, I mean, the hours aren't great. Obviously, it's very unsociable hours. It's obviously weekends. I don't know. I've just sort of fell out of love with it. I don't get the same enjoyment from it anymore. Like, I used to genuinely like it for years. I mean, I've done it for nearly 15 years, and for 12 of them, it didn't feel like work. It just felt like I was doing what I wanted to do every day. But now it's like I wake up and I'm just like, oh, I gotta go to work.
Yeah, I know that feeling, man. I used to love computers. I was an IT person for a very long time.
Yeah.
And it got to a point where I didn't want to help anybody with their fucking computer problem. I was sick to death of helping. You know, when you're a computer guy, everyone you know comes to you with their fucking computer problems, and I was just sick to death of it, man. I worked with a lot of a-holes, and well, you know, that's normal.
Well, I used to be pretty good with computers as well. So then, like, my mum and dad would always like say if they didn't know something or something wasn't working, they would ask me, and then if it was on a very rare occasion I didn't know, they would genuinely get annoyed with me that I didn't know how to fix it. So I'm like, my fucking fault.
Oh, I don't miss that at all. Anyway, thank you, Liam Holmes, the host of the Spooky Shed podcast. Go find him on Instagram. And where can we find you? Like, are you everywhere? Podcasts are available?
Yeah. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon. We're on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. We're everywhere.
Nice. So so YouTube also, that's wonderful. So, hey, go ahead and search out Liam. Search out the Spooky Shed podcast. Give him a 5-star rating. Give him a nice little, what do you call them? Comments on YouTube and Apple Podcasts. He can certainly use it. I can certainly use it. So share the love. Just sprinkle around everywhere, you know. Daddy likes 5 stars.
Them 5 stars.
Again, thank you so much for joining me, sir. I really appreciate it. Is there anything you want to say? Do you have anything coming up?
No, there'll be a lot more investigation videos coming soon, a lot more episodes coming soon. So just plodding on, just trying to find out if these ghosts are real or not.
You keep doing that, sir. And anytime you get any evidence that you're like, this is gold, send it to a brother so I can post it on Down the Rabbit Hole, and you'll get a ton of likes and views and all that good stuff. And a whole bunch of people saying it's AI. Because that's going to happen. All right, brother. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Pleasure. All right, guys. If you're interested in it, then go down the rabbit hole. Thanks a lot, and I will see you soon. Later.
You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
They said the truth was buried deep in files they tried to burn. David's on the mic now, it's the people's turn. From shadow men in black to creatures in the mist, he's cracking open secrets that the government dismissed. Spooky lights above us, he's tracking every blink. Aliens, cryptids, yeah, he's making you think. With a journal full of clues and a wild-eyed hunch, he's talking ghost towns, lost time, Bigfoot's lunch. Old Dayvid don't know, but he's looking for the code on a long dark road where the weird ones go. Might stay hot when the stories unfold, digging through the static for the truth untold. From pyramids on Mars to sounds in the night, he's chasing after whispers just beyond the light.